discuss regarding the NG2 feeding. So, regarding that NG2 feeding, there are two processes which comes. One is gastric gavage and another one is gastric lavage. So, when we are going to feed the patient, that term we will call it as gastric gavage, and when we will remove the stomach content from the stomach, that is we will call as gastric lavage. Okay. So here, what are those the indication of the gastric feeding means NG2 feeding? Here, that is the indications of the gastric feeding is, that is in case of coma patient, in case of any of the oral surgeries, in any case of head and neck injuries and esophageal. So various means any of the any problem which is associated with the esophagus. In such cases, usually we will use NG2 feeding. Here, that these are the indication of NG2 feeding. So how will you will define the NG2 feeding? That is the procedure insertion of tube from the nostril via esophagus to the stomach. Okay, so that is the definition of the NG2 feeding. Here, regarding the NG2, so there are various sizes of NG2. So the manometer of that NG2 is, we will call it as in French. Okay, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 30 French. 30 French. Here, while inserting, how you will come to know, so what is the length of the tube have to be inside into the stomach. Here, there is a method of obtaining the information regarding insertion of the tube. So how like the measuring, the measurement, how you will take the measurement, that is from the bridge of the nose to the earlobe. So from the earlobe to the zipisternum. Okay, so that is from the, this is the NG2. So how you will measure this one? So from the bridge of the nose to the earlobe, from the earlobe to the zipisternum. So that is the end process of the sternum. That is we will call it as zipisternum. Okay, that is the method of measuring the NG2. So before inserting to the stomach. Here, okay. Before starting the procedure, we have to check the doctor's order, and then after we have to start the procedure. Okay. So then, if it is patient is well oriented, how to explain the procedure, what we are going to doing now. Okay. Then after, we have to take the NG tube. Usually, there are various sizes of NG tubes will comes. Okay. In children, it is different, and in adults it is different in a concept of the length. Okay, in children it will be from 6 to 14 the size, 6 to 14 French, and in adults the 16 to 20 usually they will use. Okay, that is each that NG tubes will have the different colors. For example, if it is 14 French, it will carries, that is green color. It is orange. Orange means it is 16 French. Okay, usually green color we will use for the children, and then orange color we will use for the adults. Okay, that is information regarding the NG tube. Okay, next let's we see the procedure regarding the NG tube insertion, that is gastric feeding. So regarding the gastric feeding, here there are different sizes of the NG tubes are there. So what are those the instruments are needed? So the things are needed to do the procedure here. So one is what it is, NG tube is needed, and then the lubricant. So lubricant, it is essential to insert the NG tube, and next, so that is paper bag is needed. So and then the sponge is needed to lubricate the NG tube, and then after, so the syringe. Why we will use the syringe? Usually, why we will use the syringe? So that is check whether the NG tube is reached to the stomach. So how you will identify? So okay, if you are pushing on 5 ml of what? So that is air into the NG tube. So and holding the stomach. So that is stethoscope at the stomach region. So the sound, the air sound you will listen. Okay. So that is the thing. So before starting the procedure, have to place the patient in high Fowler's position. High Fowler's position. Okay. That is high Fowler's position. It will aid the entering of NG tube from the nostril to the stomach, up to the stomach. Okay. So what are the things are essential to introduce the NG tube to the stomach? One is NG tube, lubricant, and then syringe, sterile sponge, one pair of glove, and then paper pad. Okay, and then sterile pad. So to stick the NG tube at the nose. Okay, so these are all the things are essential. Okay, how like? So first we will lubricate the NG tube. We lubricate NG tube and make sure that patient is in upright position, and we'll start the procedure. So we'll take aspirate. We have to aspirate the NG tube. If it is in the stomach, the gastric content will comes. The gastric content will comes. Okay. And if so, another method of confirming this one, that is, if take a 5 ml of that is just withdraw that is syringe and then push a 5 ml of air into the NG tube, and then that is what it is you will feel, so while aspirating you will feel the sound of air into the stomach. So if you are holding that is stethoscope at the stomach level and then holding and pushing this one into the NG tube, the sound it will be feels at the stomach. That is the confirming this one. And actually exactly how we will confirm exactly whether it is there in the stomach or somewhere else, like this means. So actual method of confirming this one, so NG tube which is there in the stomach or not, is by X-ray method. So they will go to do the X-ray. After that one, they will confirm whether it is there in the stomach. Confirming so that the NG tube is in the stomach. We have to secure the NG tube, and so by the use of by the steady pad, and how to stick at the nose. So that is about NG tube insertion. This is regarding the procedure. Okay. At last, there is one important point regarding the NG tube feeding. So we have to keep in mind that before inserting the NG tube into the nostrils, we have to confirm whether is there any DNS or nasal polyp. If it is there nasal polyp and we are inserting the NG tube, there may be chances of bleeding. At last, one clarification regarding the NG tube feeding, that is, we have to clarify any of the deviated nasal septum which is there, or any polyps which is there in the nose. If it is there in the nasal polyp or deviated nasal septum in any side of the nostrils, then in such a case we have to choose opposite side of the nostrils to insert the nasogastric tube. Okay, so that is very important point from the point of NG tube feeding insertion.